Hey guys, how is it going? So today what I was going to go through with everyone is how I work out my offers on properties and decide how much to pay for houses. So I'm sure a lot of you have seen Homes Under the Hammer and things like that, and people seem to always make loads of money from houses. I'm going to be focusing on not selling houses, it's going to be keeping them and renting them out. And specifically the buy, refurb, refinance process, or BRR, depending on what you call it. We're going to work out exactly how much you should be paying for that house to make sure you can recycle your money over and over again, and make that pot of money that you're starting out with go as far as possible, and you can get as many properties as possible to create a really cool life. So we're going to be using a calculator just on our phones. You can do it with a normal calculator. I'm going to be doing it with an app called Solver. It makes it a little bit easier to follow along because you can write on there as well, and hopefully you can follow along with yourselves, and we do it together. So we're going to be using a couple of things as a constant. So the end value of the house, once it's been done up and it's got a new kitchen and bathroom and stuff like that, that's going to be worth £100,000. So that's going to be our end value. We're going to be using a 75% loan to value mortgage. Those of you who have not bought a buy-to-let before, and you might have bought your own house, your loan to value for the mortgage might be a bit higher, like 90, maybe even 95%. That's a different story for buy-to-lets. It's generally 75%. There's times when it's been higher than that, 80, 85. However, personally, we always stick to 75%. Keeps us under leveraged and gives us a nice buffer should the market change around and stuff like that. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So to start with, what we're going to do is we're going to work out how much you would offer to get everything out on refinance. So a lot of you will be familiar with the BRR process. That's buy, refurb, refinance. The way it works is you buy it for quite a below market value figure. You then do some work to the property and add value in one way or another. It could be extending a lease, could be doing an extension, could just be sort of adding a kitchen and bathroom to an old property, make it nice and new, and then you refinance for a higher figure, and the bank will give you a mortgage on that bigger figure, and in theory that should pull out the amount that you've spent so far. So what we're going to do together now is we're going to work out how much you would have to put forward, or what offer you put forward for a house, and we'll use some simple figures. So let's say the house is going to be worth £100,000 at the end, and then we're going to have a refurb of around £12,000 or something like that, and we'll work back from our end value to create our offer. So we're going to do it together now. So if we have a look at this, we're going to say our end value is 100,000, and now what we need to do is determine what mortgage we're going to get on that £100,000. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your end value, and you're going to times that by 0.75, which is 75,000. I think most of you could have done that in your head. But now what we're going to do is we're going to start minusing some things off of that, because at the end, that is what the bank is going to give us. That's the most money we're going to get at the end of the project. I could do another video on how to find out what the end value is going to be. That's going to be looking at sold comparables in the past, but that will be another video. But for the meantime, we've got the amount of money that the bank is going to give us. So anything we spend over that £75,000 is going to be money that we don't get out of the deal, and that's going to be left in the house. So let's say our refurb is £12,000. We're going to have some solicitor fees, say 1,000, broker fees 500, and we need to work our stamp duty out at the end once we have our offer. So what you can do now is you've got your end value, your mortgage, which is 75,000. And you've got your fees that you're going to spend. You could put other things in there like survey and stuff like that, but we're going to keep it simple for now. So what you're going to then do is you're going to go mortgage minus, you're going to have your refurb, basically all these things we've got here, minus solicitor, minus the broker, and that equals 61,500. So what that's telling us is if you were to go to the estate agents and you were to put that offer forward, by the time you've done your refurb, you've spent your money on the solicitor broker, then you're going to get every single penny back out of the deal. Still need to take off stamp duty, so we'll go with 61,000 for now. and we'll do 61,500 times, so it's going to be times 0.03, and that is 1,845. So we can minus that off as well. Minus stamp duty, land tax. So that comes out at 59,655. Okay, so if the end value of the house is £100,000 and it needs £12,000 spent on it to achieve that £100,000, getting it for 59,000 is going to be quite tricky. But what we've done is we've worked out our bottom line. So whatever you offer above £59,000 is what's going to be left in the deal. So hopefully that's sort of, giving you more of an idea of what you should be paying for a property and what you shouldn't be, and how much you're actually going to be left, or how much of your money is going to be left at the end of it. But yeah, that was quite a mathy one. Lots of numbers and number crunching involved in that. So if you have any questions about it, drop it in the comments. If you'd like me to go through it with you in person, there's a link to do some coaching with me. Other than that, please like and subscribe. Makes a big difference to me, and I'll see you all soon.